wishing on dreams instead of problem. Genie, come through, I need you about that bottle. Facing highs, ducking lows, on my toes, never on my pivot. I know I'm tripping, the way I'm living is something missing, but I can't get it. I've been wishing on dreams instead of problem. Genie, come through, I need you about that bottle, Nigga, ain't nothing changed but the range. Nowadays, used to cope, I need a...
Yo, what's up? This your boy Rudy Wynslow with another episode of 30 Black and Nerdy. And today, we got another guest. This guest has been in Cali. He done got his music out there in Cali, got his music out there in St. Louis. His music really all over the nation. You can look him up on any major platform. He also part of the group Soul Flow. They did all type of performance, man. All type of performance. This is the rapper, the master MC, your boy Profyt.
Hey, man. It's a pleasure to be here, man. Right here with Rude and 30 Black and Nerdy, man. We've been seeing everything that you've been doing. Just everybody that I've, been, rocking with. I've been showing them everything that you've been doing. And you got big things on the way, man.
Yes,
so just as much, man. I appreciate the homage, but we really see the hard work that you're doing, so we appreciate it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. So, what's been going on? Like, how's everything? I know you just transitioned from Cali back to the Midwest. So, how was that whole process for you?
Man, you know what? It's been awesome, man. Besides just being back around familiar faces and just being around, the culture, the creativity down here. I'm glad to be, dipping my feet into that again. Definitely two different worlds, from the West Coast and the Midwest for sure.
Yeah.
And I do miss some palm trees some days. But other than that, man, I appreciate the soulful. I feel like we the home of black and miles and gold teeth, boy.
Bro, Midwest different, bro. Like, I ain't never been to Cali, and the furthest I've been to West Coast is probably Vegas.
Man,
I think Vegas is the furthest I've been on the West Coast. Bro, it's hot.
It is.
It's hot.
And it's like dry.
Bro, it was like 10 o'clock at night and it was like 104. Bro, it's 10. I'm like, bro,
it's tough, man. I used to stay in an area called Marietta out there in California. It's like a little bit in between San Diego and LA, man. And out there, man, it get, boy, in the summertime, I just feel bad for we ain't got no AC. Yeah. Boy. It get a little tough out there.
All right, so what are some of the major differences that you see, like, in the music scene?
Yeah, in the music scene, I feel like California already has like a culture of supporting you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Everybody's on there and just very like pushing.
Yeah. And
very daring. They take a lot more risk than I think than out here.
Yeah.
Out here, I do feel like we have just as much as the same creativity, but support, I feel like we lack thereof. But I feel like now more than ever, though, we're building a culture for that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's one of the biggest differences. But coming back, man, I've been really embraced and indulged into the culture and seeing everything that's going on in the creative scene in the Midwest and just being back here in Illinois. Yeah. And I'm excited, man. Sure. It's something to be very excited about.
And like that's crazy that you said that, because I want to go back to something you just said. Like, well, it's really easy to be complacent in the Midwest, I feel.
Yeah. Like,
it's easy to get your $40,000 a year job.
Yeah. And
grow your family and kind of just work and just have that security. And we kind of forget that, like, this is what I believe. I believe that God put us on the earth to create, to make, to use our brains and use our imagination. And sometimes when we get caught in that work cycle, we lose that. Whereas I feel like in the Midwest, it's easy. I feel like it's kind of easy to do it because that's the culture.
It slows down. Yeah. That's another thing that was really big, just to capitalize on that and your question before. A big difference is that it's so fast paced in the West Coast. Like, you're always on the move. You're always getting towards that next thing, that next niche and stuff like that. Out here, a lot of people come out here to kind of slow down, kind of retire, you know what I'm saying? Or things of that sort where you can actually build yourself. Currency's different, all that.
Yeah. And I think that's one thing about the West Coast that, like, scared me because I'm so Midwest. You can feel it on my chest.
Okay.
No. Like I'm so Midwest that I am very like, I'm not fast paced.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of times with fast pace, a lot of times you can lack hospitality.
Yeah.
You know,
Southern hospitality.
Yeah, Southern and Midwest hospitality. Like we open doors, we walk up to you, greet you, and
you
all
can't
of
walk
that
out
stuff.
the door without getting
Like,
hey, how you doing?
I feel on the West Coast it's kind of like, you know,
they mind their business.
Wild West.
Yeah.
It's to each his own.
I tell you what, they mind their business out there, man. You know, you can walk around and, bro, you know, I feel like with us, like we're big on just acknowledging that you're here, your presence is here.
Yeah.
You go to the West Coast, man, they're gonna look at you, you know, everybody go about their way, but you know what, if y'all do begin to have a conversation, it is a very
very in-depth and social,
social, but it has to get to that place. Us, on the other hand, we see you like, hey,
out the gate, we just, yo, what up?
Yeah. And then everybody know everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Because it's so small.
It's so small, you know what I'm saying? Yo, bro, you probably kin with somebody. You bound to be kin. Somebody know your daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody know your people. So that was a huge thing. I do think moving away is a young game for sure. Yeah. You know, do it while you're young. Yeah. So you can experiment, you know, not only where you want to go, where you want to be, but so you can match that pace. It can adjust easier. Whereas when you're older, and not saying that you can't still move when you're older, but when you're older, you have to account a lot more things a part of the move. That it would be fast.
It's more variables.
Exactly.
Like a lot of times when you get older, it's more variables when you making major decisions. Like you making major big decisions, and like moving away to the West Coast is a major decision. However, I encourage people, especially young people, like to take risks, to take those type of risks because you don't have the extra variables. Even if you're older, I encourage people to take risks, but maybe not on the same scale. Yeah. But like take risks. Like you want to take risks because that's where change come from. Yeah.
Yeah. You test your character. You really find out who you are when you take those risks. I know, man, when I moved out to California, which was I don't advise to do this. It was dumb. But, man, I moved out there with legit $1 to my name. I had
$1 in the dream.
$1 in the
That's
dream.
a cold world.
Hey, look.
J. Cole, come to the podcast.
Walk with a nigga. I give you my pain.
Hey, Cole, Cole been on YouTube, like, helping out people. Like, I'm just saying. Man. J. Cole, you run across 30 Black and Dirty podcast and shout us, come on the pod.
Show love. Man. But no, man, that's so real, man. I feel like just really, moving out there, and I mean, I had relatives that I was, in a conglomerate in the band with in Soulflow that really came through, and we made some things happen, made it shake for what we could at the time. But man, I took that risk to find out what it was. I had to learn a lot of things the hard way. But dude, man, when I tell you get on the other side of those risks, you really see the rewards. Whether you feel like it was a lot of takeaways, you don't occupy your brain on the things that you feel like you missed out on. Look at all the things you gain. It's like a level up. It's like playing a video game when I got this new power up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got this knowledge now how to move. Exactly. Boop, boop. I'm one up, man. Like Super Mario, man. I'm one up. I got my mushroom. And I was able to one up in those seasons where I was like, damn, I felt like I was behind, but I was really much more ahead than I thought I was. Yeah. So I feel like, taking those risks young, or taking a risk at any time is never too late, man. We were just talking about that earlier. Yeah. I do feel like a lot of people too feel like they feel like they're too old to take risk. And I feel like, any moment, we were just saying what Tim Ross said on his podcast, Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Jackson.
40 years old. You know what I'm saying? When he first started his career in acting.
Bruh.
And that speaks volumes for itself, that man, he's one of the top gross in ever. Yeah. Ever. So, I mean, man, I feel like that's very powerful in a statement. So, if you got something, man, go 100%. Go 100%.
Just like piggybacking off of that, I can't stand when people say that. And I just said it.
Giddy up.
But to go with that, I also like to tell people that are 18, 17 to 26 that you're not supposed to have it all figured out right now.
Man.
Like, our society set it up in a way that makes you think that if you're not a six-figure earning by the time you're 19, 20, 23, 24, that you failed in some form of way. Where our society tell you that you got to have your whole life plan figured out by the time you graduate high school.
Wow, yeah.
And that's just not it. That's not true. You get those moments. You get those chances to make mistakes, and you get that time to discover who you are and figure out where you want to be in life.
Yeah.
It's just, I know I think that's one of the major things that kind of like bring anxiety and
just angst.
Yeah, just angst and just so much depression and stuff. It's a quote that say, depression lives in the past, anxiety lives in the future.
Wow.
So if you steady focus on like what I'm gonna be, what I'm gonna do, and like you're 18, try a couple things.
Right.
If it don't work out, try something else. It's okay.
Yeah. And that's the thing, how do we find the balance of staying present?
Yeah.
Because in this day and age, I feel like everything forces us to think about our future. It's not bad to plan for your future. But if it's to the point that you overwhelm yourself, that you can't even live in the present and everything just feel like it's in motion, everything's just going by. And you get into those motions in life, right?
Yeah.
Where you just feel like, man, every day feels the same. But that's how you build that. You're building a numbness to the things that you really want to be in life because you just feel like you getting by. Like I was just talking to my homie the other day, man. We living to live. You know what I'm saying? We're not living to die.
Yeah.
And so, like, when you live into that reality that, like, man, a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people are just like, man, just waiting until their day or feel satisfied when, man, anything is limitless. Everything is on the table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's up to if you're putting 100%, I'm telling you, if you put 100% into what you want to do in life, something's bound to give. Yeah. Something's gotta give.
Yeah, I was just bringing up the video I saw when the guy was like, everybody raise your hand, and everybody raised their hand. Then he said, now do it again, but raise your hand higher. And then they raised it higher, and then he said, why didn't you give it 100% the first time?
Sheesh.
And that just say like, man, we're so afraid. We're so afraid to give it our all because we're afraid that people are going to see us give it our all and fail.
Wow.
Like I remember doing that. Like I'll be in a weight room or something, or I'll be playing basketball, and I'll try to make it look effortless.
Yeah. Because
I wouldn't want people to know that I'm actually trying my hardest in case they beat me.
Wow. Yeah.
And once you defeat that person, that insecure person in your head that's afraid to fail,
wow,
you're gonna always be stuck there.
Yeah, man, that's so good, man. I mean, I grew up being an athlete and playing ball, and I actually had a decent career. I feel like it wasn't until like my senior year that I really like reaped the benefits of my labor. Mm-hmm. And I could tell that I was like kind of shunned upon to not do much, at a certain time. And I was in that space where I felt like, man, I'm giving my 110. And I feel like everybody would look at it like, man, like you give me 110, but you still like not all that to me. Yeah. Until I found out like it was like that Vegeta moment, like I don't even care anymore.
Yeah,
like with Goku,
I don't even care
anymore. Like, and that's when he went Super.
That's when you went Super.
That's when I went hard.
Let's go.
And like literally, like I was like, I got to that point where you like, you know what? If I fail, at least I did it on my terms.
At least I did.
It was on my terms, and I was like, I gave it my 110, and I can't say that I did not. And if it just wasn't for me, it wasn't for me.
And you know what, bro? And I'm glad you brought that anime reference because in anime, 30 Black and Nerdy, in anime, I was able to find integrity in failing.
Yeah.
Because there's so many times where they have failed, but they're like, I gave it everything I got. I had my resolve. Yeah. My resolve was so strong, but I failed. But I went down as a warrior.
Yeah.
I didn't go down as a chump, somebody that wasn't honest with themselves to give 100%. I went down as a warrior. Yeah. And once I learned that and I mastered and I felt that, giving 100%, it's second nature.
Yeah.
It's second nature. It's just like, I'm going to just give 100%. Like, I'm that guy.
Yeah. And that's so honorable. You know what I'm saying? That's something that, it's a character that I can pass down for generations. Not that like my, not, you know, where when my kid or, you know, the next generation come around, they can say that like, you know, they're not going to look at what was a fail. They're going to look at I kept trying. Yeah. I kept going, everything. I was ambitious towards anything I wanted to do. Back to the drawing board. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I watched this anime called Record of Ragnarok. And it was this, I like that one. Yeah, it was. And the last hero that they had on fight, they called him like the strongest loser.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. That was cool.
One of the things is that he literally wanted to fight someone that was stronger than him to lose, so he can keep on battling him in his head so he can keep on failing. And they say, like, they said, like that quote that they always say about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is the best because he failed the most. And he got to where he's at faster. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that with the anime or just with us, that like, if I just keep on failing in the sense of like, and I'm looking at it with optimism, I'm looking at it like, I'm not failing. Another lesson learned. Okay, I'm winning now. Those are the small W's that you take with you in a day-to-day, but looking at it from that perspective that it's a W, it's a hard task. Yeah. But you can whoop your around, and that lifestyle is a possibility. Yeah. It's a possibility.
And the thing, like, Kobe didn't even believe in failure.
He did.
Like, I was watching the interview with him. He was just like, they asked him about failure. He's like what is even failure? Like, what? Wow. Like, what is that? And I'm like, bro, what is that? Yeah. There's no such thing. It's like when you fail on something, you learn from it, and you have a choice to either go back to the drawing board or not. I guess you could consider that failure, right? Or you could consider that just a life lesson. But yeah, when I realized, I'm like, man, that is something.
That's so true. And I think, man, whether you believe in a God, whether you believe in, you know, just anything being natural or anything of that sort, I believe that when you're listening to yourself, you know what I'm saying, how you talk to yourself, you know, it goes back to who am I really listening to? Am I listening to what my creator said about me, or about what he has set in store for me? Am I listening to myself? Because, you know, I want positive things for myself. Is it the adversary? Is it, you know, the devil telling me these things? Yeah. You know, you got to ask yourself these questions, because at the end of the day, it's like somebody got to be telling you can't do these things. So if you believe you can do it, then it contradicts everything. The person that's telling you is irrelevant. Yeah. So if you can, like, you know, build that self-drive within yourself, the rest of what anybody else says isn't going to matter anyway. At this point. It ain't going to matter anyway. You know, you're going to keep doing what you're doing and live your life, because, 15 seconds they're going to talk about that? They're going to talk about your L's more than your W's anyway. Yeah. I saw this post that said it was this teacher that was doing questions on the board with their class. Really simple questions, really simple math questions, like 2 + 2 = 4, stuff like that, 2 × 2, things like that. And it was a real simple question that was like 1 + 1 = 3. And they got it wrong, and everybody started laughing. Yeah. And it was out of 10 questions. She got every other answer right, except for that one. And then they started laughing. But the lesson was that you passed. But they focused on that one L. But you got all these W's. So no matter what stature you get, no matter how big you get, they always gonna focus on the negative.
They are. And once you come, I feel like once you come to peace with knowing that, once you come to peace with knowing that you don't have to please everybody, then that's when you could just walk away freely, like, it don't even matter.
It doesn't
bro.
Even matter.
Like,
it's a liberation, man. It's a freedom, man.
Like,
it doesn't matter. Like, it's liberating.
It improves or disapproves. That's the opposite. It doesn't improve or decline anything about my life.
Man, that's real.
Nothing about my life changes. Yeah. So like I can't even factor it in as something to care about.
Right. And would you care about it too, bro? 6 months from now, You know what I'm saying? Things that like, man, you look at the people that support you and like focusing on the people that support you. You shouldn't be focused on anybody that's not trying to support anything that's not trying to support anything you got going anyway. Yeah. Turn them to a believer. Yeah. That's all you get what I'm saying? They'll figure out later on down the road. Most people don't want to eat at the table till you bring the food. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like, you know, majority of the time, like, when you out here trying to scratch up and trying to bring stuff together, so, like, that everybody gonna just be laughing at the little nibbles on your plate. Yeah. And I'm just eating. I'm hungry. I'm starving. And they don't see that dog in you. Yeah. Just building, getting hungry. Where was you at when my kennel didn't have nothing in there? You know what I'm saying? But when I got the barking, y'all heard me. Now it's front and center and loud and clear. Everybody got to hear me. Everybody got to feel me now. Yeah. You know, and I feel like, you know, not letting pride take advantage of you turning people into believers. Because at the end of the day, it's going against your purpose anyway if you just trying to prove them wrong. Yeah. You know, if I'm just trying to prove somebody wrong, then your purpose is not into really doing. I'm trying to show you why this is a good thing. Now let's go do some good things together. It's a battle against yourself. Yep. It's a battle against yourself. You got to win. I listen to a lot of Kobe quotes, and Kobe was saying, like, he wrote a contract to himself. He write contracts to himself and said, at the beginning of the season, this is what I said in the contract. I already wrote the contract out. I signed the contract, put blood on it, whatever I needed to do to seal the deal of the contract. But I said this is what I was gonna do. Yeah. And I can't go against the contract. Yeah. And I've been using that mentality. I've been using that mentality. But my son over there, y'all, that's why I'm laughing. But I've been using that mentality to kind of like push me through like workouts and things of that nature, even content and stuff. Like, you got to have a militant mentality if you want to really see something. So would you say a big step will be to make non-negotiables for yourself? Non-negotiables. Yeah. And facts. Yeah. Facts. Non-negotiables. When you do that, man, when you bring the non-negotiables into your life on something that, like, it makes you stand up to say word is bond. You know what I'm saying? I have to stick to these things that, like, man, sometimes all we have is our word. Word is bond. Word is bond. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it. Come on now. Shout out to Lola. Shout out. Come on now. Shout out. You hit me with the New York. Yeah. Word is bond. Word is bond. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Shout out to East Coast, man. Oh, she's so cold. There she is. So how you feel about walking into your new endeavors? You know, pushing this, 30 Black and Nerdy campaign. Dude, I love it, man. 30 Black and Nerdy, bro, is when I first thought of it. I didn't know what. I knew it sounded catchy, but I didn't know how much I was gonna really enjoy the process. Wow. And like, I love enjoying the process. Sometimes it gets frustrating because I think about, like, what type of content should I make? Is my content too all over the place? Am I consistent? Am my thumbnails right? Is this right? Is this, like, am I promoting myself properly? Yeah. Am I being scary right now and not promote myself well enough? What centers yourself? So when that happens, RJ, I see you, man. Come here. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it. Come here, man. Can you stay right there? Stay right there for me, okay? But don't touch the camera. My man. Thank you. You gotta be quiet though, okay? Thank you. The 30 Black and Nerdy, it was really like, it was challenging, but at the same time, it was like a good challenge. Like, I like doing it because I'm seeing consistent growth, although it's not as fast as I want. Bro, you just said you was gonna stay over there for me. You know you would. Jordan, can you take your brother back upstairs? Bro. I'll run. So he did it again, y'all. We back.
He did it again. So the thing that centers me with I guess like when I get frustrated and things like that, my one coping skill that I always use is prayer. I pray. A lot of nights after me and Jesus have had a lot of conversations with each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
But I pray. I use meditation techniques because I try to let the podcast know and viewers know that I'm a real therapist, like legit, and it's certain practices that I feel are really helpful for people when they feeling anxiety, because everybody don't have the diagnosis of anxiety. A lot of people are just anxious.
Yeah.
And if we don't take care of ourselves, it could turn into the diagnosis.
Right.
So it's good to do like those self-care things. So for self-care, I watch a lot of anime.
Yeah.
I pray. I listen to like rain noises, things like that, like calming things.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think through why I'm anxious.
Right.
Like maybe that'll make some people feel more anxious, but sometimes for me, if I think through it and actually jump into it and like jump into the thoughts,
let's analyze this.
It kind of like let me break it down and figure out like, or think to myself like, wait, this is not as big of a deal as you making it out to be.
Man.
So I would never say like I have a diagnosis of anxiety, because I don't think I do, but there are some times when I get anxious or overwhelmed because of everything that's happening.
Right.
So definitely number 1, pray. Number 2, binge watch anime. Number 3, probably like basketball, hooping or something.
Yeah.
Take my mind off of it. But
have you ever hit that place where you feel like you got I guess a creative block? You know what I'm saying? Where you feel like your creativity is taking a hit because of like everything that you're worrying about, that it makes it hard to create?
I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I do get these creative blocks, and when I get a creative block, like you can get a creative block by being on YouTube too much.
Yeah.
Because the algorithm knows you. So it knows what you want to watch. So you're only gonna think about the things that it wants you to watch. Mm. So one thing I do to get out of a creative block is, well, this is actually a coping, like a stress, anxiety coping thing that I do. I free write when I'm like anxious.
Yeah.
Like I free write to God.
Man.
So like I'll probably just, Lord, thank you for this, and just kind of just whatever's on my heart, on my mind, I just free write it into a notebook.
Yeah.
And that's another way when you're not doing it for coping reasons.
Right.
You can also do it for creativity, trying to find that creativity. And I think that's what I do. Like I talk to people for creativity. I watch a TV show, like a real TV show that's on like Netflix or like something, a movie. Because you have to pull from other things. You can't just pull from the same thing. Because like if you do the same, I just posted a short on my page. It said if you do everything that you always did, you're gonna always get what you always got.
Respect.
So
respect.
I try to I try to switch it up and try to have new experiences, or try to see different angles of certain things so I can get more content. And also been using AI, like automated search.
Yeah.
Sometimes those things can give you like a good idea,
insight on, give you a visual. I feel like that's one thing. Like, I like what you said, because I feel like we tend to focus so much on the things that we're already so interested in. Mm-hmm. In a sense, like how you said with YouTube, that the algorithm becomes our brain. You know what I'm saying? We have to get the algorithm out of our brain so we can be able to have an open mind. Yeah. When it comes to creativity. Like 3 things that really help me, besides like, praying to God, meditating, and those things that you hit spot on those. I do the same thing. But with creativity, I like to reach out to other creatives, see what they working on, see what they, up to, Because like it's something about when you get inspired by somebody else that makes you just want to be like, damn, I need to get to it.
I need to get. Yeah.
There's some artists out there that make me be like, damn,
I need to get.
I gotta get it right.
I got.
It's
I gotta get it in.
Clothing brands that make me like, damn, I need to get to sketching.
Bro.
Get more creative where I look in those, and then it makes me dive into other things that can help me create more. Honestly, man, I had a huge writer's block before I moved out here. And one of the biggest things that I had to do was just write. I felt like I was overcritical about the things I was writing in the time I was having the block.
Yeah.
And when I was having the writer's block, I was just like, damn, man, I don't know if I'm even feeling this, but it's me. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, take it for what it is. It doesn't have to be, pushed out to anybody. And you'll be surprised what you push out and what people actually really like.
Yeah.
Because just because you feel like, man, it ain't nothing to me, they may really enjoy it. But give yourself time to put that out there if you want to publish it. But just keep it to yourself if you want to write it. Because that was my biggest thing. I just was like, go through the struggle, just write it. Write it out.
I know Pharrell had a quote, or he had a meme or a TikTok or something going on. And it was just like, never stop writing. If you're a creator, never stop creating. Never stop thinking that writer's block is gonna just go away.
Yeah.
Cause it don't just go away.
You gotta fight back.
It's something that you gotta intentionally address.
Yeah.
And he said just continue to write. Just free write stuff that it don't even gotta. If you're a rapper, it don't even gotta rhyme. Yeah. If you're a storyteller, it don't even gotta make sense. Just write until something happens.
Wow. Yeah. Because the spark has to come. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, man, I got this quote from Cooley Music, man. It was his own.
Cooley.
And one of the things where he was saying, man,
shout out King Push.
Shout out King Push as well, man. He's starting a podcast as we speak.
I saw that.
Yeah, man.
I saw that.
They're doing their thing right now.
We gotta what's it called again? I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna put it on her. I'm gonna put it on her because I just saw it and I saw that he was just now starting it.
Check out the links, man. Check them out, man. We gonna definitely send them your way. Shout out Corey the Bomb and Confidence.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Him moving into his new brand as well. So we're really excited to those. I look to all you guys, where when it comes to creating and pushing the envelope in my life, whether whether it's either just like, man, let's make some music, let's talk about the brand or things like that. But needless to say, Cooley Music said something that really stuck with me. He was like, man, I've been putting these 10,000 hours to become a master in my craft, but it's been 10,000 hours on my heart, man. That gotta mean something. And when it's 10,000 hours on your heart, man, you done already did the mental work. You done did the manifesting. You done did that 10,000 hours. You go to sleep late. You wake up early thinking about what is on your goals. And, those things, they pay dividends, man. You gonna eventually walk into it. It's kind of like that saying that if you put God in everything, He gonna show up in everything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He eventually got to show up in everything. So it has to show up. The hard work has to show up somewhere, man. It just takes seasons. It's a season, But appreciate the season for what it is and just take and learn from it. But you'll get out of it, but you got to work for it, Yeah. Nothing comes easy.
Hey, you out here asking me questions and stuff like that, like this your podcast.
Hey, welcome, man. It's Profyt. It's 30 Black and Nerdy, man. I'm here with my guest, Ru.
Hey, y'all, Profyt done grabbed a mic, threw his leg over. Look. I said, that nigga, he done took the pie.
Hey, man.
He done took the pie.
I took myself home,
He looked good doing it too, didn't he? I was like, what are you doing?
Oh, you brought the home environment, man. How could I not? Look at this, man. What?
I was like, whoa.
Look, dude.
I'm like, all right, I ain't mad at it.
That means I have to come back for another one.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. So just switching topics. You made, well, I'm gonna reference a previous statement you made earlier. You made a statement about Vegeta.
Yeah.
So I know that you're an anime fan. You got anime references in some of your songs.
Yeah.
What's up, man? What's your animes of choice right now? What you feeling right now in this winter season of anime?
Winter season of anime. First and foremost, I have to get the most reverence to the best MC to ever do it. I watch it every year. And around this time as well, Yu Yu Hakusho show, man. Yusuke Urameshi. That's that smile bomb right there. Such a great anime. I recommend 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? As far as I say my top right now as we speak. Now we saying manga, or we just talking about animes in itself? Just anime.
All right, you said we talking about anime, manga in itself.
Because if we talking about what's just released out right now,
let's just say
it's a difference, man.
Let's just say both.
Both, okay,
Yeah.
all together, man. A great anime that I've been reading these past few years, and I watched that I need them to come out with a new season. Tower of God. That is a really
Tower of God. Really, it's still good.
It's a great anime.
It was legit. The one season they already got. Right?
It was just one season, man.
Well, she was a snake, bro.
Snake, bro. Still don't trust.
She's still a snake.
Yeah, it's cold, bro. I don't trust, bro. I got trust issues now because I'm like, man, no, literally though, man. Trust issues. Tower of God, Black Clover, man. They had the best run as far as going consistent, man, for a few years.
You said Tower of God and who?
Tower of God, Black Clover.
Black Clover is amazing.
I
know what's going on in Black Clover now. I know I was putting it off for a long time, but I know what's popping now.
Bro.
And that boy Asta is a menace.
His whole crew. The whole Black Bulls.
You know what? It's crazy because I skipped a lot. I'm gonna go back and read I'm gonna go back and read what happened when they save Yami. When they go save Yami.
Go save Yami. Yeah.
But then I just have to catch up because I've been seeing all of this stuff about Asta being OP and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, I gotta skip it. I gotta see what's going on.
I got it. Yeah. No, man, it's so good, man. I think one of the biggest things with him being the MC is that I know. You going hard. But one of the biggest things about, Asta being the MC is that, man, I love the enduring hard work, bro. We got an MC that, like, don't get me wrong, the demon sword is OP to,
Yeah.
But he deserve it.
Demon Dweller.
Yeah. But he deserve it, man. He worked hard before he even got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He reaped the benefits of his labor, bro. Because, bro, he wields it 10 times more stronger because of his own work that he put in. Him, dude, I really enjoy
Black Clover, my workout anime.
For real?
When I need to feel motivated to work out, I watch like the beginning of Black Clover.
Bro, it's cool. I like the
yeah.
That was a really good one. Attack on Titan had a really good season. I really think they hold us though at the end.
They did. The final season. Part 2. Bro, it got to the final season last year. Last year. And then I'm like, bro, this can't be it. I know everybody about to go crazy, but they not showing them go crazy. I know they gonna show them go crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, so that's part 1.
Did us dirty. Mob Psycho 100.
Mob going crazy.
Mob's going crazy. I love Mob. I love how personal it is because of him. Like, he could do anything he wants. He can cause havoc as much as he wants to, but he's actually using everything in his power to just be normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Nigga, just be normal.
That's all he want to do. He just want to be a regular dude, man. Bob just want to like girls. He want to kick it with his friends.
Enjoy life.
He don't want to be OP.
Social meter, you know what I'm saying, gets low. This boy go up, man. It go up soon as this meter get low. Like, what?
Bro, a lot of people tell me Boruto, bro, but like I ain't lying. I know it's gonna get cold because everybody say, bro, I know, right? But the anime they tripping because all they doing is not even in the manga.
It's not even the manga. It's not. They stand to the script. They stand to the script in the manga.
In the manga, I heard that mud legit.
Yeah. What hurts is that with them doing a live animation with Boruto, is that Naruto is what everybody is focused on. Everybody still has an emotional pull to Naruto.
Facts.
We want to see what Naruto's up to.
Yeah.
Nobody ain't trying to see what this little nigga
We're not trying to see what he got going on. We really not.
Even though it may be cool attributes that he has because of like everything that he has, the benefits that he has, but like
it's like
you can't take away Kurama from us.
Every generation got that generation where it'd be like, y'all didn't have it as hard as us.
Right.
But Boruto, bro, They don't know. Like everybody's like
these shinobis, man.
Bro,
tuning
Boruto
exams, they losing lives with the tuning exam.
Bro, Boruto. When I saw it, it was like the first few episodes of Boruto was like, what's their auntie name? The Hyuga?
The Hyuga clan.
She was like, I forget her name, but he was fighting the Hyuga clan lady, and don't get me wrong, he didn't win or nothing, but I'm like, bro, it shouldn't be that close.
It shouldn't be that close.
It shouldn't
be that close.
And I know in anime, like she whooped him and like she made the scene close, but I feel like when Naruto was that age, it would have been like thump, you down.
You done.
Like these new kids, they already
they goated already.
It's like when Trunks got Super Saiyan and Goten turned Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
They didn't know.
I can do that too, Trunks.
They didn't know.
Like
Vegeta was like,
what?
It's turned into a child's plaything.
Right. It turned into a world tournament fun, amusement thing, man. And that's what, like, and that's another thing. I do like Dragon Ball Z's manga right now too. Yeah. They going through a storyline with Trunks and Goten, and they're like growing up. And they're actually in that season that Gohan was in after the Cell. Got the same
Dragon Ball Z is Kishimoto, right? Or is that Naruto?
Kishimoto is Naruto.
Okay, I forgot.
DBZ is Akira
Toriyama. Yeah, Toriyama. All right.
Yep.
Now, I feel like he was like, ever since GT came out, he was like, I gotta do better. And he spent the last 30 years.
Like, you know what? Like, I have to atone for my sins. Yeah, man.
He spent the last 30 years writing a masterpiece because, I ain't gonna say a masterpiece, but it is good.
It's great.
Dragon Ball Super is amazing.
It's amazing. And even right now, where like they bring it into the segue with Bardock, and how Bardock really has more relevance than people gave him credit for, than just him just trying to kill the Emperor because he found out first about them killing. Like, right, even though that's dope. Yeah. Like the Bardock storyline, I think that's what
in the manga right now.
Yeah, man. Like
Bardock got his own storyline.
Well, it intertwines with his history about him going to that planet and how they really set up the Saiyans. And now Goku goes by Kakarot now.
Dang, should we like put a spoiler?
Spoiler alert.
Like
spoiler alert.
I might have to put like spoiler for the next 3 minutes or something. Like
yeah, because if you know, you know. For real. If you know, you know. Goku,
BBG spoilers.
This is where that Vegeta got his ultra ego. Goku finally got this other form of Ultra Instinct where it's like a Saiyan Ultra Instinct. It's like you know what I'm saying? It's not
so Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct is actually kind of like base level Ultra Instinct.
Right.
And he went to like Ultra Instinct 2 or something.
So in a sense, it's like the Ultra Instinct that we first seen and with the hair. He's like, which they called it Mastered Ultra Instinct. That's like the Ultra Instinct through like the angels and how they do it with the power levels. But in this time around, he's bringing another form to where it pays dividends to his Saiyan heritage. So like his Saiyan strength is going to end because you really can't deal with Saiyan, because when you go Saiyan, you're not pure. You know what I'm saying? When you're Saiyan mode, it's rage. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah. So like the rage is forming in with the Ultra Instinct. Because remember when they told him in the Tournament of Power, hey, when you go into Ultra Instinct, you have like, you're calm. You're in this like calm state where, you know what I'm saying? You're not rage.
But like, what's Ultra Ego then?
He's just that nigga.
That's how like. That's how like.
Vegeta, bro, Ultra Ego is basically God of Destruction, and you ain't gotta have no. That's his God.
You gotta have no good heart.
You gotta have no good heart. He been waiting for this since Majin. I don't care about that. I don't care about none of that. Ultra Ego is sick, man.
That's why I want to see Ultra Ego. I want to see that animated because Vegeta been waiting way too long.
Yeah.
So is Ultra Ego stronger than Black Frieza?
Oh hell no.
Oh, Black Frieza different.
Black Frieza's different. Now, mind you, Black Frieza, another spoiler alert, Black Frieza was in a hyperbolic. Frieza was in a hyperbolic time chamber.
He went to the hyperbolic time chamber.
Now Frieza was naturally strong.
I know.
Frieza didn't need no training.
Yeah.
You know, just for
Like he never trained. I think he trained for 6 months to get golden.
Yeah, just to get golden. But this man went to the hyperbolic time chamber in another planet where it's higher density. It's longer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like years. And because how many years is it when you're in the hyperbolic?
It's 1 year for one day.
1 year and 1 day. Yeah. Went in there, and I forget how many days they said he was in there. But he's actually the foreshadow of who was the strongest person in the planet. Because remember they said, the Oracle fish said, the strongest person on the planet is coming. And it was Frieza. Dang. And he was black. He was black. But man, it's so cool. But Frieza, the bad guy they were struggling to fight against with all their power-ups, he squashed them.
Frieza just squashed him?
To dust. Like, crushed his head to dust. And then hit them niggas like, hey, y'all ain't shit, and just left.
Y'all don't even care no more.
Y'all not worth my time. Like,
monkey.
He's
so racist. Yeah. I love Frieza.
Frieza is racist.
He's my favorite. He my favorite villain just because he's racist.
Look,
because I feel like that's the epitome of a true villain. Yeah. Like a lot of villains, like Madara, is some type of righteous reason why they started. Right. Some type of righteous gone bad reason. You know, pain, righteous gone bad. Right. Frieza just
pure evil
and a racist.
Yeah, and a racist.
I just don't like y'all. And I'm gonna be consistent with it throughout the whole. And
the fact that y'all can get stronger than me if y'all could.
I hate y'all even more.
I hate you even more.
Frieza
murked the whole race. That is some. That's some.
Frieza is a slave owner. Yeah. Whose slaves got free. Yeah. He tried to finish them all, but then a few of them got free. Bro. And now he mad for all eternity.
And this boy Bardock tried to set a revolt. Niggas worldwide, all the monkeys together. Tried to bring the niggas together. And what he did? What he get us? A death beam.
I'm just saying, like, that's my all-time favorite racist is Frieza.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. He had no love for nobody. Not even his own crew. Raccoon all them. He didn't care about them.
Raccoon.
So, right there on Planet Namek, bro, he didn't get no avatar after them. They just died. He even bring them up.
He didn't care. He didn't think twice.
He didn't care.
But, hey. All right, so I got to end on this. So, your top 5 Mount Rushmore of hip-hop artists.
Hip-hop artists.
And I say top 5. I know it's Mount Rushmore 4 or 5.
4.
We're gonna do 5.
Do 5.
Yeah, we're gonna do 5.
I think Mount Rushmore 4. My Mount Rushmore, I will put Jay-Z. From whether it's the lyrics, the entendres, to the delivery where it was just savvy. To the brand.
He was a late bloomer for me. Jay-Z was a late bloomer.
Yeah.
I didn't truly appreciate.
I didn't either.
His artistry.
You know what made me really go back to his catalog though? A little bit of Watch the Throne made me like, let me go check a few things out. But 444.
Yeah.
That was like, okay.
That was the most vulnerable. That was the most vulnerable I ever heard him.
Yeah.
Like, because I only listened to like the Main Street Jay-Z records. So, but 444, that was straight vulnerability. So I was like, oh man, he can really. I didn't know he can get this vulnerable. Yeah. And then people pull up songs from back in the day where where he getting vulnerable like about the drug game. But at that point,
yes.
But it was like dope.
Yeah.
So I was just like, that's some person that was a person I slept on for a real long time.
Yeah, Jay is definitely somebody that. It takes a little time for you to kind of, like, it took me time to kind of comprehend, dang, all the things that he was really saying. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think it took a little growth, you know what I'm saying, for me.
They say Jay sold crack, so you won't have to go through it. I heard that about, like, a while, but I never really conceptualized it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah, he's part of the culture, man. He's the culture, you know what I'm saying? He really helped build this. Another person, Nas, bro. When you talk about not only the impact of
I've always liked Nas.
His flow style, but he's still dropping stuff. Him and Hit Boy, like these King Diseases that he's been dropping, all these projects that he's been like, he shows longevity.
Baby is baby is born the same time a man is murdered, the beginning and end. As far as rap go, but only that.
Come on, man, my plateau and also what defines my name. And you know, you think about, man, I think about just like who artists that can just like, man, as soon as the beat come on, can really just captivate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, whose world is this? When I first heard that for the first time, and I'm just like, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bruh, it's just so cool. I was gonna start rapping it. Man, mechanical movement, understanding of smooth shit, the murderers move with the thief sting. You know, he like, it's like, man, not bro. You like what they said. Nas wrote the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So like, Nas, Cole World, without a doubt.
That's
man.
that's my number one.
I grew up with him. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up with like, just seeing not only his growth, but also seeing how. And I guess, like, bro, you can put them together, him and Kendrick, bro, in the same. They always
they're interchange switch, but I always go between Kendrick or Cole, but Cole always like he always gonna be like my number one.
Yeah.
But Kendrick always just be showing up, and I'd be like, it's tight. It's a tight one.
What do you say? I love when you count me out.
Yeah.
I love you.
Like, I always end up giving it to Cole just because like I feel like more of my experiences resonate with Cole.
Yeah, I feel that, and that's the thing. Like Kendrick, J. Cole is the type of artist that he can be straightforward about it. Yeah. He gonna give you metaphors, but he's giving it straightforward with the stories. Yeah. Kendrick is abstract.
Well, you be 4 months later driving. Oh, Kendrick said that.
Man, what? Like, yeah, bro. Like things like that. That's what Kendrick brings to the table. I think the difference between them a lot for me is that with Kendrick, it's a thing where he can really manipulate new flows and still be conceptual. You know what I'm saying? Like J. Cole, he has layers, but like not that pocket.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I can admire about Kendrick, that like he can go there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole is gonna always like give it to you straight. And my thing is he's consistent. Like he can, like even if he's feeling that way, he will drop it. Kendrick, I will go ducked off on you. Yeah. Like Kendrick would duck off on you and like not say a word, and he don't need to neither. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I respect that. Both of them that I admire the most about them, though, is that they pave the lane where they can mind their business and still be huge mega stars.
Super successful, yeah.
Superstars, mega successful, and still, you know, safety keep their family, still do these things. Mm-hmm. So I really admire that as far as the artistry. I say number 4. See, it's a difference between the ones that I feel like the Mount Rushmore and the ones that inspire me. Because Mount Rushmore, I gotta put Wayne in there.
We say.
Cause who's more monumental than him in the mixtape game?
The coldest intro probably of all time. Fly in.
Fly in. Come on now.
That's probably one of the coldest intros to any album. And I know Dreams and Nightmares. Was that an intro?
I don't know if it was an intro, but man, that was a thing. That was an anthem. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. But Wayne could make a song and turn it into an anthem. It wasn't even supposed to be an anthem. That's just how much firepower he is. You know what I'm saying? I say Wayne. And then 5th, man.
I thought you were saying 50 Cent.
50 Cent. Oh, no.
I rock with 5th.
I rock with 5th.
5th used to be, he was my top 5 when I first started buying albums, like in 2002. I was like 12. Like, it was like, my top 5 was a lot different than my top 5 now.
Yeah,
my top 5 was a lot different.
Yeah. And like, as time goes on, you admire certain things for certain people, but right now, I'll just give those. That's 5 right there. Kendrick, Cole. I did say one in the same, but
50 Cent?
No, 5 because Kendrick and Cole.
Oh yeah.
So I said J, Cole, Kendrick, Wayne.
Okay.
That's 4. But you said one more, right?
No, that's 5 though, right? Jay-Z, Cole, Kendrick, Wayne. Oh yeah, you need one more.
Yeah, I need one more. I say one more.
Profit.
Next.
That's it.
Next up.
We up. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching 30 Black and Nerdy. Remember, we got your boy Profyt. Yo, tell them where they can follow you.
Yeah, man. Follow me on all social media. SoTrue98. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter. Everything's the same. And follow my upcoming brand. It's the Wood brand, WOOD, stands for We Overcame Our Demons. We got new brands, and it's a lifestyle, you know, it's not just a brand. And, you know, I wanted to bring something, and I always want to ponder thought, and, you know, hopefully, you know, you do the same, that you always ask yourself who's in control. So, that's the brand.
Yes, sir. This your boy Rudy Wynslow with another episode of 30 Black and Nerdy. Peace.
Peace.
I've been wishing on dreams instead of problem. Genie, come through, I need you about that bottle. Facing highs, ducking lows, on my toes, never on my pivot. I know I'm tripping, the way I'm living is something missing, but I can't get it. I've been wishing on dreams instead of problem. Genie, come through, I need you about that bottle, that bottle. Nigga, ain't nothing changed but the range. Nowadays, just a cope, I need a